Yeah, so pretty much that was the. If you look at my past like videos, that's what I literally played in the introduction. It was literally something which I came up with. So, but maybe I'll teach it sometime. It's just really just some random thing which you can play when something, some event is happening in church, like the pastor is walking in, or the elders of the house are walking in, or that kind of thing. Yeah, but then pretty much this tutorial here, I'm going to be teaching the song which it's actually literally what I song which I use for in church when it's time for prayer time, right? And then they want some slow, music in the background. So I usually do it with dual, um, the piano and strings. But obviously over here I can't do that. Like I can get to strings, but I can't dual it. Like I can, you see, but I can't put it together regardless of what I do here. Yeah. Anyways, it's fine. So I'll just use the piano and then you can dual it whenever you're playing. So pretty much there's only one, two, three, four, five chords which you need to learn here. And then after that, I just incorporate alternations of the chords. So I'll show you guys the basics and then I'll do some additions too. And then in the tutorial for absolute beginners, I'll just do the bare minimum there for them who want to learn this. So pretty much these are the five chords you need to be playing. So your left hand is pretty much walking up from a 4. Yes, so the key's in A flat, before I forget. Key's A flat. Left hand's playing walking up from a 4 to a 5 to a 6 to a 7, 1, back to 4. That's what your left hand's playing, right? Then while your left hand's playing a 4, your right hand would be playing a 4, right? But then what we're doing is that we are substituting this 4 with the 5. So instead of playing a 4, there you're playing a 5. And then we're adding the 2. So we're taking out the 4, adding the 5, playing a 2. That's when you're playing a 4, your left hand octave apart. So to make it very rich, you can literally, your left hand, do octave apart 4s and then add the 1. That's the first chord. Then the second chord is a normal 5 chord in your right hand. Normal 5 chord. Then left hand's playing a 5 octave apart, adding the 2. That's your second chord. Then your third chord, left hand is playing a. Okay, so this is how I like to do it because I like to add a lot of things there. But pretty much, you normally just be playing a 6 octave in your left hand, and then right hand's playing a 7, 1, 5. Right, that's what it normally looks like, right? So it's a. So as you can see, that's pretty much the root of what gets played there. Well, this is the root, but let's just say this is the root, right? Then from here, what I like to add on, first of all, on your right side, I'm going to add a 3. Left hand, I'm going to add a 3 and a 5. Looks kind of messy, but then if you listen to this, the sound that actually comes out, you get that? So instead of a, you hear a, nice and rich. Then the fourth chord is a basic 5 in your right hand, then left hand a 7 and a 5. So with the right hand it's a 7, 2, 5. Then your last chord is a left hand's playing a 1, 5, right hand's playing a 7 flat, 2, 5. 7 flat, 2, 4, sorry. So altogether it sounds like this. Yeah. Now what you can play right before you play the the sixth chord. So if we can give some understanding to these chords, like what the actual the numbering for the song is, we'll call this the 4, call this the 5, call this the 6, call this the 7, and we'll call this the 1, or 7 flats over 1. Yeah, we'll call this the 7 flats over 1. So from the 4 to the 5, then before you play the 6, you can play this. Left hand plays C octave, right hand plays 3, 1, 2. 5 flats. Sorry, 6 flat, 1, 2. So 5 octave and 6 flats, 1, 2. Then you play the 6. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7. But obviously there are different chords you can play as that passing chord before the 6, because literally you can use any of the augmented slash passing chords between a 5 and 6. So I have a lot in my arsenal. I'll show you a few of them. So that's one of them, which literally extends to the 5, right? So what that looks like is exactly what I showed you before, just adding the 5. Or you can do A, you see this? What this is? I think they call it a half diminished or what, but whatever. So what you're playing is, in your left hand you're playing a 7, 5, right hand you're playing a 7, 2, 5, 6. So you hear that? Or you can play a, oh yes, there we go. So you can play this. I like the half diminished one, but then what you can do, the usual one which you play is this one. It's a very illustrious chord, but then if you can manage, I'll just tell you how it looks. It's a 6 flat, 4, 6 flat, left hand. Right hand is a 7, 2, 4, 6 flat, 7. So but usually when you do something like that, it's because you want to go higher to this, which is still a 6. As you can see, I'm playing all those 4 notes which I showed you before, which is the 6, 3, 5, 6. Then the right hand's playing a 1, 3, 6, 1. So again, then another one. So now what I do there is, so then I roll from the 7 to the 6 flat. Like that. So yeah. Yeah, so when you roll to the 6 flat, your left hand is going to be playing a C. So normally you do, I woke up right? But then we're not going to do the roll up here. It's just a. So, so you see, there's no time for that. Okay, I guess there's time if you actually do it earlier. But I literally, most of the times I do my rolls at the last second, so you can't really have time. So I'm like, or you can do it early. So how the roll up, it looks is this: when you're playing the 6, left hand's playing a 5 flat. When you're playing the 7 in the right hand, left hand's playing a 6 flat. Yeah. After this, then you play a 2 in your right hand, 7 in your left hand. Then you play the 1 in your right hand, then 6 in your left hand. And that's how you play a 6 chord. But so a lot of times you don't actually have time to put the full chord at the same time. So you pretty much mold it in. This is what I mean by mold it in. You see that? Because I know that this is what I'm going to, right? But then now I need to play a chord now. So once I play that last, then from that point I start molding the left hand, molding the right hand. Yeah, that's the 6. So pretty much, yeah. There are others that you can add there. Yes, sir. So pretty much any walk up from a that makes you go from a 5 to a 6 you can put there. So in there, a lot of they probably ones that you guys might know that I don't know. So anything that you do know, plug it in there, see if it works. Most likely will work. Then the last one the next thing I want to show you is when you're going to the so it's this chord right here. What you can do is you can make it more wholesome. How we do that is by in your right hand, remember you're playing the 7 flats, 2, 4. Now you can add the 6 and the 1. Then your right hand can add the 2 and the 4. 6. So now you're using every single finger to play something. Might sound a bit mushy, but I promise you it's very wholesome when you play it sometimes. So this is how it sounds. So, and it honestly sounds the best when you're playing a lot of full chords. You see, and everything's just mushy. Like for example, no, sorry. So pretty much, yeah, that's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it and actually take this stuff, practice on it, and yeah, be blessed, guys.